Hello everybody! If you missed the TSE portrait reveal from a couple of weeks ago, or if you loved it and want some more, all of the portraits are now available on my website. The link is listed below, feel free to check it out. I've also included some teaser quotes so you can get to know the cast of the Savior's Champion a little bit better. Additionally, April is almost here, and not only does that mean that the release month of the Savior's Champion is right around the corner, it also means that it's time for an Instagram challenge. My amazing street team whipped up the TSC challenge. It lasts for a full month, and it is the perfect Instagram challenge for anyone who's excited about the Savior's Champion or excited about books, period. I've got a link to the challenge listed below. Be sure to participate because it's gonna be legit. A huge thank you to Tiffany Hackett and the rest of my team for putting this together. You are awesome. Anywho, you guys have been asking for months for me to talk tropes, so that's what you're getting this week. Today I am listing my all-time favorite tropes, and on Wednesday, I'm telling you which tropes make me want to seek refuge in the sweet surrender of death. Now, a lot of people use the terms trope and cliche interchangeably. However, they're not exactly the same thing. A trope is a significant or recurring theme or concept within a storyline. A cliche is a trope that has been used and abused to the point where it's predictable and unoriginal. In other words, a cliche is a trope, but a trope isn't necessarily a cliche. The difference is in the execution. Additionally, it's nearly impossible to write a story that doesn't include some kind of trope because there are thousands in existence, and a lot of them play directly into the act of storytelling. So with that considered, please keep in mind that while I love the following tropes, my feelings about them change significantly in a negative way if they're written as cliches. With that said, here are the 10 tropes that give me life and fill me with all the feels. Number 1, the forbidden romance. The fact that this is number 1 on the list should surprise no one. There is nothing better than two people who aren't supposed to be together, but they just can't fight it. And for the record, I'm not talking about a romance that's forbidden because one of them's happily married and the other is just a side piece. That's not a romance, that's just two assholes ruining someone's life. I'm talking about two people who are not allowed to be together for some ungodly reason, but they risk it all anyway. It's not the scandal that makes forbidden romance so great, although it helps a little. It's the fact that the drama exists on the outside of the relationship. Conflict is necessary to drive the plot, but when the conflict is within the relationship, like abuse, infidelity, or unhealthy communication, that's not entertaining, that's just unbearable to read. But in a forbidden romance, the conflict isn't the way they treat one another. It's the fact that society is preventing them from being together. God damn you, cruel world! This makes it so easy to root for them. You just want them to fight against the odds and be together. Let them be happy, that's all we ask. Number 2, enemies to lovers. To be clear, I don't like it when two characters start off hating each other to the point of dysfunction, because that's gross. But I love it when they start off bickering, getting on each other's nerves, and then slowly they realize they're perfect for each other. I honestly don't know why I love this so much, but I really do. The minute two characters meet and get off on the wrong foot, I'm thinking, please let them get together. I need this. And this whole thing is even better when the banter is on point. When they're throwing burns at each other, my first thought is, damn. And then my second thought is, now kiss. Well, don't kiss now, kiss later, once you've realized that you're soulmates. I'll be waiting right here. Number 3, the witty sociopath. I know this is controversial, but we all have our problematic faves, okay? I appreciate mental illness in fiction in general because I myself suffer from mental illness, but I only enjoy it if it's represented well. I'd say 75% of the time it's totally wrong. If the person is depressed, they just cry constantly. If the person is psychotic, they laugh maniacally. But I love it when mental illness is well written and in depth, and sociopathy is probably my favorite. I don't need them to play a particular role. They could be an unconventional good guy, they could be an anti-hero, gray, villain, it doesn't matter. I just really enjoy the interpretation and combination of intelligence, wit, and a lack of empathy. Number 4, friendship betrayal. Everyone talks about writing strong friendships, and don't get me wrong, friendship is great. But betrayal is better. When a friend stabs the MC right in the back, it pisses me off so fucking much, and I love it. At tu, Brute? I don't know exactly what it is about this that I adore, but I think it's because it's super relatable. Who hasn't been completely screwed over by a friend? If you're raising your hand, you've probably been played a lot and just haven't figured it out yet. And betrayal is often such a juicy moment in a book. It throws the plot for a loop, it tugs at your heartstrings, it makes you want to rage. I just want fictional friends to fuck each other over. Is that so wrong? Yeah, it probably is. Number 5, the found family. This trope is in a lot of books, especially adventures, and I think it's adorable. I love a big old group of misfits. A bunch of different people coming together. Maybe they bump heads at first, but by the end of it, they're one big happy family. Isn't that precious? I think this is an effective way to put a variety of very diverse, unique people into one story. Whenever a found family element is done well, each person serves their own purpose. They have their own story, they represent something different and original. Plus, there are so many different relationships in the group for you to experience and gush over. There are specific friendships, there's rivalries, there's romance. Gotta love the heart flutters. It just melts my cold, frigid black heart. Number 6 is a very specific trope, and I don't know the name of it. There are 2 characters, typically who have a lot of banter and poke fun at each other. Maybe they're love interests, maybe they're friends who love to hate on each other. I don't know. But one of them calls the other by some kind of nickname or title, and they never use the character's actual name. Then suddenly, danger is afoot. Their friend or their love interest might get hurt. And in that moment, the nickname goes out the window and they scream that character's first name. Kyle, look out! I live for that shit. It's like using that character's name is their way of saying, I love you, romantically or platonically. Who's to say? I eat it up. I eat it up like cheese. Number 7, Cranky Mick Grumpy Pants adopts a ball of sunshine. You all know what I'm talking about. There's a cynical, hardened character. They've been dealt a mean hand. They've traveled a hard road. Now they've got a cinnamon roll following them around, and somehow this explosion of pixie dust and sparkles becomes their surrogate child, or little brother or sister. Extra points if the grumpy asshole is also scary as hell. It's just cute, okay? Plus you get to kill 2 birds with 1 stone. The grump gets to showcase another side of their personality, and the ray of sunshine gets protected. I see no downside. Number 8, the power couple. To be honest, if the main couple isn't a power couple, I don't want to read about them. 2 people who are equally badass in different ways and treat each other accordingly. That's all I ask for. Why is this so hard to write? Why is it so uncommon? I don't care if one's poor and one's rich, or one's a genius and one's street smart. It's not about making them identical. It's just about making them equal. They are both strong, powerful, and talented, but in different ways. These make for the best relationships, and in turn make them the most entertaining to read and easiest to ship. Number 9, the villain who doesn't look like a villain. I feel like a lot of villains are hideous or grizzled, or overall just really unpleasant to look at. And if they do manage to be attractive, it's a very dark, sinister kind of attractiveness. Don't let the brooding good looks fool you, he's evil. You can tell because he's wearing black. So I love it when a villain doesn't check these boxes. Maybe they're just really soft or pretty. Maybe they like unicorns. Maybe they wear pink. It's entertaining when the bad guy is someone you would look at and never think, wow, that person's terrifying. Instead, you'd look at them and think, aw, what a sweet old lady. Until she rips your throat out. It just makes sense for the villains to be as varied and diverse in appearance as the rest of your cast. And number 10, teasing the first kiss. If my ship actually gets to kiss the first time the opportunity is presented, I'm gonna be fucking pissed. The build up to the first kiss is one of the best parts of a romance. You can't dish it out too early, it ruins it. Think of the first kiss like a big pot of meat sauce. If you just microwave some canned crap for 30 seconds, congratulations, your spaghetti sucks. Instead, you carefully combine the ingredients and you let it cook on the stove for hours and hours. Every once in a while, you take a tiny sip to see if maybe possibly it's ready. But nope, we're not there yet. And finally, a million years later, you slather your spaghetti with that sauce and it's so good and so worth it. Now I'm hungry, but the point still stands. Do not rush the kiss. If you're not making me wait for it, then I don't want it at all. So that's all I got for you today. These are my 10 favorite tropes in fiction. They give me life, they pay my taxes, they clear my skin. And if this video was too positive for you, stick around for Wednesday when I will be dishing out the tropes that I hate with a burning passion. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. I post new videos on Mondays and Wednesdays, and if you want to be alerted as soon as I upload, there is a bell down there somewhere. Just click it, and then you will always know when I upload, and then we can be together forever. If you want to read an awesome book and have access to a ton of prizes, pre-order The Savior's Champion and enter my pre-sale giveaway. The link is listed down below. You better do this. You better do it because you love me. That's why you're here, right? And if you don't love me, why are you here? And be sure to follow me on social media. I'm on Instagram, Tumblr, Facebook, and of course, you can tweet me at Jenna Moreci. Bye!